Hi guys, I'm Lucy, I'm your Thursday Bat Babe, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the things that I dislike about myself. This is a kind of weird thing for me to talk about like on camera to people. I kind of don't usually like talk about my insecurities very much. I kind of very much internalise them, so this is going to be kind of weird and difficult. So if we start with physical stuff, because of what I do with the alternative modelling, I've kind of had to cultivate this self-confidence and positivity when it comes to how I look. And sometimes it slips, but for the most part, about 95 to 97, 98% of the time, I am pretty much 100% happy with how I look. I mean, yes, there's like tiny little things that I would probably change if I had the money, but it's not like a big deal, and I'm pretty happy with that sort of stuff. But it took me ages to kind of get to that point. It took a lot of internalising and a lot of kind of building up my psyche and stuff to be able to be that self-confident, and I wasn't like that all the time. Like my teenage years I was like a mess and I hated how I looked, and I thought I was ugly because no one fancied me in high school and everyone thought I was kind of weird looking. So yeah, I mean I was like a mess in high school. Like I can see why no one wanted to date me or take me to like the prom, but yeah. It was something I just had to work through, and the modelling really, really helped with that. Like, pretty much as soon as I got in my first magazine, it was like a form of validation. Like, people couldn't hypothetically come up to me and say, oh, you're ugly, I think you're ugly, because I could be like, well, how many magazines have you been in? You know, like, that was how I always thought about it. I guess one big thing that I dislike about myself physically is I just don't feel alternative enough, and I never have. I just don't know. I just like, with dyeing my hair blue and getting piercings and tattoos and stuff, it's really helped, but I still don't feel particularly alternative, and I want to. That's the thing, like, I want to be really alternative so fucking bad, and I never feel that way, and then I get people saying, oh, you're not that alternative, and it kind of sucks, but you know, you deal with it. So I guess moving on to like emotionally and mentally, one of the big things that I dislike about myself is how vain I am. I'm like exceedingly focused on how I look. I think because I don't have a good sense of self-perception, and because I've got like this uptight almost phobia of like having messed up lipstick and stuff. I have a mirror with me all the time, and if I eat, after I eat I'm checking every like 15 to 20 minutes, I'm checking to make sure that the lipstick or nothing else has gone weird. It's just something that has developed over the last couple of years, and it's, you know, I don't think it annoys people too much, but it's just like a kind of tick that I have. So it's kind of hard to think of other things. I guess if I talk about things that other people have said are negative qualities of mine, maybe. So some criticism that I get a lot is that I appear to be very self-centered. I guess that ties into the whole vain thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm self-centered and I wish that would change, but it's not going to. Another criticism I get all the time is that I'm like very black and white when it comes to situations, and I've lost so many friends because of it, because like if a friend fucks me over or something, I am like, you know, apologise or it's over. There's no like, oh, maybe such and such, you know, like I'm very much like, you do not mess with me or you're out, like I'm like that, and I've lost so many friends because of it. And I mean, some I obviously regret more than others, but yeah, it's just sort of a thing, like I'm just not very good at giving people a whole lot of leeway in that way. So I don't want this video to go on for like too long, but I guess if I wrap it up by saying one last thing that I kind of dislike about myself is how I'm very much, when I'm in motion, I am like constantly in motion and I'm doing all the things and I'm like manic, but as soon as I stop doing that and I'm like at rest, I just don't do anything. Like there's no in between. I'm either like doing all the things or sitting in bed in my pyjamas that I've not taken off for 2 days playing Xbox, even though I know I have stuff to do. I'm like very much in two ways that way. So like at the start of this semester I was like all systems go, doing everything all the time. I had a schedule for all my practicing and everything, and now that it's kind of getting colder, I've just slumped. I've not practiced piano in nearly a month, and the same with the violin, and I'm just sort of over it right now, but I know that when the new year comes around I will be like completely re-energized again. So I think I'll wrap it up here. If I had more time to think about it I could probably think of maybe like another 20 million and one things that I dislike, but really I mean I don't feel like I'm too bad. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a weird one to talk about on camera, but yeah, I hope you found it interesting and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.